everyone, thank you so much for joining me here today. I'm so grateful. In today's video, I am going to discuss about your God state. What your God state actually is, what does it feel like, and how you can actually tap into it to manifest everything that you're desiring in this lifetime. Okay, so what is this God state all about? I have spoken about this in detail even in one of my previous podcast videos that I will link up here. You can have a look. So, everyone believes there's this energy, there's this power out there that is able to bring in things into your life, bring in people into your life, and bring in any kind of desires you have and make your wish come true. Different people give different names to this energy, to this power out there. Some people like calling it God, that's how they practice it. Some people prefer calling it universe, that makes them feel less resistant. And people who get really deep into this journey of conscious creation, they like either calling it their higher self or their own God self. Now, one thing to clarify here is not to mistake this for trying to call yourself God in a way that you are running this world. A lot of people are confused with that. When we say you are God, it means you are the God of your own reality, which means you are the creator of your own reality because whatever is happening in your immediate reality is a reflection of you. The beliefs you carry in you, the emotions and thoughts you carry in you, everything that is dominant in you will reflect outside. It's inevitable. And what you learn on this journey of conscious creation is not to be on an autopilot mode. So, if I know the reality I am currently experiencing is something I don't prefer, it does not make me feel good, and I am looking for something else. My vision, my dream is entirely different. I have that conscious control of coming back to myself, working on those belief systems, replacing them, and creating a new, favorable, desired reality. And that is why I am the God of my own reality. I create my reality, and that's how it is. Now, the second thing here is this realization, recognition, or coming into that state of being, understanding, knowing can feel a bit heavy, and your body, your mind can be resistant towards that idea due to several reasons, right? Because coming into that deep spiritual knowing that things are not written out for us, or things are not written in the stars, divine timing, there's a right time for everything. When the right time comes, something will happen. But you're actually operating on your beliefs that keep changing time to time, and hence changing your reality time to time. Every year, every few months, you're changing your thoughts and beliefs about a lot of things. And that's how your reality keeps changing throughout the years. So, in the beginning, it might feel overwhelming to even take up that kind of responsibility that, my beliefs are creating my reality. And if I want to change everything that's happening outside, I need to change those beliefs. I need to come back to myself. I need to do that inner work. It might feel really overwhelming and heavy for a lot of people. So people feel more comfortable with the idea that there's a universe out there, there's a God there, there's a higher power out there that I can ask, I can wish, I can pray, and then it's their responsibility to either give it to me or not, or decide if I'm worthy or not and give it to me. Or if they decide I'm not worthy, then maybe the timing is just not right. So I'll be okay with that idea as well. And that's the main difference between people who are consciously practicing deliberate manifestation, spirituality, and the people who are not. So, conscious creation is a journey. In the beginning, if you are not comfortable with taking on that kind of state where you know that your reality is your responsibility and you can change it anytime, and there's nothing or no one actually out there that you should be asking things from, or you should leave it upon that to decide if you're worthy or not, or if your timing is right. But if you are serious about this journey, then by default, on the way, when you are deep into this journey, you will come into that enlightenment and you would find it really easy to take up that state, to tap into that state. And once you get a flavor of that state, once you start recognizing and realizing how expansive that feels, how welcoming that feels to the abundance that is there on this earth, you will never go back to any other state. Now, what is this God state? God state is a state of being which feels highly, highly open and highly expansive. You are able to tap into your God state. You're able to come into that state of being when you truly connect with your infinite nature. You, as a human, you are an infinite being. You can create anything you want. You can have everything that you desire. Nothing is off limits for you. This mind of yours, this inner world of yours, nothing is ever impossible to bring into your life, to call into your life as a human. When you truly, truly are able to come into that God state, you recognize and realize that there's infinite potential out there on this earth. Everything that you're looking for and everything that you are desiring is available to you. Any kind of abundance that you are looking for, there is abundance available to you in terms of everything. If you're looking for abundance in love, abundance in health, abundance in wealth, in your God state, you are aware that all the abundance is available to me, through me, and for me. So, tapping into your God state, practicing being in this expansive state of being, is way beyond the surface level conscious creation. It's way beyond just repeating and doing your affirmations, just focusing on a specific desire and living in the end state of that desire. This state of being is way above all of this, way above you practicing manifestation in some areas of your life here and there. This is a really, really deep practice of you actually connecting with your true self as a human being. This is a very, very specific knowing that you are creating your reality on a moment to moment basis, each day, every day. And there's also this very, very specific and true knowing of oneness. What do I mean when I say oneness? I explained this in my previous video, right? When you are in the state of being where you know there's nothing missing, there's nothing lacking from this human experience right now. Every moment is perfect, there's nothing wrong, and I will always be okay. So that is what oneness means. When you realize there's oneness on this earth, and by oneness I mean everyone and everything is one, energy is one, everyone is connected. There's no separation between you and anything that you desire, between you or other people, between you or other things. Energy is one. There's nothing missing. There's nothing that you don't have right now in this present moment. When you are in your God state, you know everything is one, there's one energy, and there's no distance or separation between what I'm desiring and the desire itself. Everything is right here, right now with me. And when you practice the state of being, when you use all these kind of sentences as affirmations and deep practices that I have just mentioned, that will evoke feelings within you where you will land in that knowing and experience that everything is possible. The possibilities are limitless, and that everything that you desire is here right now with you. There's nothing wrong, nothing missing. and there's no separation between you and your desires. This deep practice will evoke those feelings within you where you know that yes, this is true for you. So when we are manifesting, right, yes, we are concentrating on different areas of your life. We are picking up really specific desires or the big desires that we really want showing up in our life. Good relationships, good career, good health, being stable within yourself, emotional regulation. But this state of being, tapping into your God self, is something way above all of this. It's way beyond all of these specific desires and practicing manifestation in a really picky way. And we will keep doing that. Of course, we are in this life where we want to experience a lot of good things, a lot of good people, and we will always keep our focus on these specific desires and bringing those things into our life. But this practice of tapping into your God self, where you know there's abundance available to you all the time, all the potential, infinite potential, all the abundance, everything, all the possibilities are always available to you, for you, is a really powerful stage to be in. And without a doubt, definitely, this has a huge ripple effect on these other specific desires that you focus on. By default, creates expansiveness in your reality. By default, brings in those kinds of opportunities and that potential and that possibility of things happening in your life. This state of being, this God state, is not focused on a specific desire or a specific area of your life. This state of being knows that everything is available to me, everything is there for me. All my desires are with me here right now. And this moment right now is as perfect as it can be. And all this is an inner work. It's an inner deep practice. It's an inner knowing. You know there's abundance available to you all the time. The kind of abundance that you won't even be able to comprehend. There's abundance of wealth in my reality. It's always coming to me. It's always flowing to me and through me. There's abundance of love on this earth and my reality. It's always coming to me and it's always flowing through me. You are in this abundant state of being when you are in your God state. And you are in oneness with people, places, things, nature, everything on this earth. You know everything is one, there's one energy, and that's how it works. This is what's true for you and your existence on this earth. When you are in that God state, when you practice being in that expansive state, you realize what your true potential is. And that means you're completely at peace in this moment. You know there's nothing wrong in this moment. Nothing has to change in this moment. This moment right here, right now, it's perfect. And everything that I'm looking for, all the abundance, all the possibilities, everything, all my desires are present with me right now in me. And when it comes to conscious creation or spirituality, one thing that would really help you here is keeping your logical brain away, your logical mind away from this. When I'm putting out videos, why am I trying to connect things related to manifestation in a way, giving examples in a way where your logical mind gets it? Because you might be at a learning stage, right? You might not be really deep into this journey of manifestation. And it's easier to get deeper into this and reach that stage where you are actually able to keep your logical mind away, to actually convince your logical mind in the beginning, right? If I just come on here and say that, this is how it's done and you should be doing it, why are you not doing it? That's not how you would be able to practice it or learn it. So when I'm giving examples to convince your logical mind, it's for you to learn it in a way that you start understanding But logic has nothing to do with these spiritual aspects. Logic has nothing to do with how manifestations, how your desires can show up in your reality. The ways, you cannot even think about the ways in which your desires will show up in your reality or the way your reality will change. That's why we say, as manifestors, your only work is to focus on your desire and take on that version of you that already has that desire by being in that end state. How it will happen, when it will happen, is not something for you to worry about. You can think about 10 ways of it happening, and it will happen in the most surprising, beautiful, natural 11th way that you would have never thought about. Your logical mind cannot reach the place where your inner God state and spirituality can reach. Now, do you have to always be in this God state? No. State of beings is not something you force yourself into, and again, you put your mind, too much mind into it, too much logic into it. Should I be in this state all day, 1 hour, or how do I have this knowing within me all the time? You don't have to always be in that state or force yourself to come into that state. You practice deeply being into that state. If you're starting out your journey, once a day, keep some time aside for any kind of meditation, or just being in that kind of place where you are sitting in peace quietly, completely bringing your focus to yourself, your awareness to yourself, and practicing tapping into the God state. There are a lot of guided meditations you can do for that. If you do not like them, you can create your own affirmations. I think I have mentioned some affirmations in that podcast video I was mentioning earlier, and practice saying these to yourself. Everything around conscious creation and spirituality, or anything generally in life, is about practice. Everything seems very impossible or weird when you hear it first, but you need to practice these things. This is something which is a journey. Self love, self concept is a journey. Practicing being in your God state and getting really comfortable with that feeling of knowing you are an infinite creator, that's your true nature, is going to be a practice. When I keep repeating that you have to put in discipline, it's not just for the sake of it. You cannot do it for 2 days and then you come up and say, it's not working. I'm affirming for 2 days, it's not working. I'm doing meditation for 2 days, it's not working. I have actually been practicing meditation regularly every day. Started with 10 minutes, now I do it for 45 minutes since the past 7 to 8 months. And that has really, really helped me to tap into this God state and this expansive feeling. That's not the intention with which I started my meditations. It was more from the intention of creating this very, very safe space inside me where I know I'm happy, whole, safe, stable at all times. Those were some of my affirmations. Did it work in one day? No. 1 week? No. 1 month? No. But I did feel better at the end of 1 month. And now, after 6, 7 months, I am a really different person internally than I was 6, 7 months ago. Now that I have created that safe feeling within me, I am also tapping into my God state, that expansive God state, every once in a while. Because for me now, it has become a very normal knowing. So I don't have to consciously tap into it, right? In the beginning, when you're just trying to bring yourself into that state of being, you have to consciously tap into it. So keep some time aside during your day, any kind of meditation, any kind of night meditation if you don't like day meditations, and practice coming into that. The more you practice it with discipline every day, not wavering, not doing it okay twice a week and then just forgetting about it. When you put in that kind of effort and discipline, that state of being becomes normal for you. It becomes normal. You don't have to specially sit and tap into it, because you can tap into it and access it anytime you want. So for people who are already comfortable with this idea and they already are really, really okay with coming into that God state, you don't have to be in it forcefully throughout the day. But it's good to keep visiting it so that you always keep remembering and reminding yourself that you are the creator of your own reality. Keep fueling that knowing. Keep reminding yourself that yes, there's abundance of everything on earth. All the potential is always available to me. All my desires are always with me, and there's never any separation between me and what I'm seeking. So that is what your God state is all about. As I said, this is not something that is surface level affirmations or manifestation where you are just in that knowledge that I can do affirmations and call this person in or call this thing in. This state of being is way beyond all of these specific desires. This state of being is just a really, really deep knowing, recognition of your own potential, of your own infinite nature as a creator on this earth. It includes everything in your life, not just this one small thing, not just this one person, not your surface level affirmations. If you really want to learn how to tap into your power, the power of creation, the power of being in this present moment, you can practice coming into your God state and making that a really, really normal and comfortable knowing within you. Okay, so that's all I wanted to discuss in that video. I really, really hope it adds some value to your manifestation process. In case you have any kinds of questions, you can leave it in the comment section below. I have my Instagram linked below for a regular dose of motivation. I also have my second YouTube channel linked below, which is all around mindset and self-development. Not really from a manifestation perspective, but in general. So if the videos interest you there, you can subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, have a great week.